We're out here with our spooky fit of the day. My zombie outfit, y'all. With my little fingers in my hair. How are we doing? Checking on my chat. Jellybean, can I eat you? I'm hungry. Oh, my goodness. My goodness. Oh, my goodness. Y'all like the fit? We like the fit. I'm into this fit. Pretty into this fit. Not gonna lie. Not gonna lie. Tempest is cracking me up in the chat. Cracking me up in the chat. Ah, happy Wednesday, y'all. Happy Wednesday. Happy spooky Ren Day. Happy day before Mother Truckin' Halloween. Oh my gosh. Squat ghouls, Harrison. Hey, Harrison. Wow. Wowzers. Wowzers. My ponytail is just not high enough. Just not high enough. Not high enough for my standards. Me and my high ponytail standards. We got candy. I'm still eating these damn Starburst all pink gummies. Even though, you know, it's Russian roulette, whether I get one that tastes correct or it tastes just like wax, you know? We just don't know. Correct. Y'all, how are we doing? My God. My God. I have had a night. Jellybean knows. I've been dealing with my Hellhound, Hayes, who woke me up at freaking 5:30 in the morning after I only went to sleep 40 minutes before by the smell of her diarrhea all over my bedroom floor. With my bedroom, right in front of my bedroom fan, just pumping the smell of her diarrhea, just wafting throughout the room. So that's how I started my day. And she thought it was time to play. She was like, it's time to play. It's time to run around. It's time to bark at 5:30 in the morning while you're cleaning up my diarrheas. Y'all, if it was socially acceptable to punch a dog in the face, then she peed on my bathroom rug. She's never peed in my bathroom before. Peed on my bathroom rug. She is possessed by an evil entity. Abso-heckin-lutely. Oh my God, she felt better after that. Of course she did. Of course she did. How many times did you listen to the song today? That was the first time I listened to the song. Because I've been dealing with my hellhound of a dog. Doing laundry. Trying to get my stuff together to be here with you lovely people. It's been one. It's been one today. It's been one. Oh, Tempest is going as Cujo Beatdown Ren for Halloween. Love that. Love that for you. I mean, I still haven't watched that yet, but I still love that for you. Yeah, what are we all being for Halloween, folks? Nothing wakes you from a deep sleep than a dog heaving in the darkness. I mean, true. That, you know, she's done that as well. But also, I would rather wake up to heaving than the smell of what came out of her behind. It was horrendous. It was so bad. It was, oh man. It was a record breaker, that's for sure. I know, I'm trying to decide what I want to wear tomorrow for stream. Because I am doing a Halloween stream tomorrow, because why not? Why not stream every single day this week? Why not? Because that's what we're out here doing. Oh, boo buns! Oh, I love that. I love that. That's so cute. I love that so much. Oh man, Harrison must be a sassy, sassy parent. If you're sassy on chat, I can't imagine how sassy you are with kid. Just a girl with her study books tomorrow here. What time tomorrow? You know, I haven't exactly decided. Probably my usual time. Probably 5:30. Because, you know, usually Thursday is the day where I clean my apartment. And I'm going to try to get as much stuff done before stream as I can, so I'm not, like, off my clean schedule. But I do have a new spooky game to play tomorrow, which I'm excited about. I'm kind of bummed that the spooky game I bought yesterday only lasted one day. Because I beat it last night, but there is a sim. It does have a sim on it, which is kind of fun. Y'all missed out if you missed that stream last night, but of course it is on my Twitch in my VOD, so you can definitely catch up for sure. I might take the teen trick-or-treating. He doesn't need a chaperone, but I could use a walk. Get some candy. Get yourself some candy too, right? We both have the same sense of humor. Well, that makes sense. Boo Sims. Not Sim. Sims. Sims. Not Sims. Not The Sims. A Sim. A spooky theater snack shop sim where you're a demon clown and you get to fulfill popcorn, pizza, pretzel, candy orders, and soda pop. It's definitely more entertaining than The Sims. I would say. Oh, this is giving wax. Yuck. Bunny! Benjamin! My God. Missing my life for some other live. Where's my traveling bush pencil case and backpack? I would have potentially considered doing this. Maybe we can do this tomorrow during stream. I'm not looking forward to it. Not gonna lie. Not only do I not really enjoy jelly beans, so sorry jelly bean. You're the jelly bean I love. But I ain't trying to get, trying to eat barf and stink bug and wet dog and burnt rubber, booger, dead fish, liver and onions, stinky socks, bro. Why would I do it to myself? For y'all. For y'all's entertainment. I mean, I'm a picky eater as it is, and I'm out here taking my chances on some barf jelly beans for y'all. Like, wow. Like, wowzers. That's dedication. That's lerv. Jelly beans, like, I'm not that into jelly beans either. I made them my entire online persona, but I don't like them. I mean, I know the backstory. The people don't know the backstory, but I know the backstory. The gourmet jelly bean flavors are nice. Yeah, we'll see. Oh, this looks wrong. Something wrong with that one. I don't trust that one. I don't trust it. I don't trust it. I might not eat that one. I don't trust it. Oh, thanks, Matt. Entered the premiere right as it was ending. Just watched the full reaction. Good job. Thank you. Thanks for coming and hanging out with us in the after party. I feel for anyone who clicks on this video thinking it's the reaction and it's not the reaction, and they watch it and watch it and watch it and then get mad at me and comment in the comments, blah, blah, blah. Where's the reaction? Shout out to that guy. Ugly food is delicious sometimes. True. True. But I mean, I'm already taking my chances with these as it is. Because half the time they taste strawberry and half the time they taste like wax. Just no flavor, wax. I can't really tell with this one. Kind of taste a little bit of both. Yes, Tempest is the one allergic to the food dyes. Can't be having jelly beans. Can't be having these. These bad boys got food dyes in them too. Bad. So bad. I need to stop getting these. Strawberry wax. For real though. It even says wax is literally in the ingredients. Carnauba wax. I really gotta cut those out. Here we'll have a Hershey's Kiss, a cookies and cream Hershey's Kiss. I didn't even watch the reaction. I watched the Patreon one, but this popped up at a reasonable time. Yeah, I mean, if you guys are on my Patreon, you could have watched this on Sunday. For free, bro. For free. But I honestly am obsessed with my paid patrons. Like, y'all are some G's, and I'm forever grateful. You know, I didn't see Bob in there. Where's Bob at? Because Bob told Discord that his new phone got him locked out of his email, which got him locked out of Discord, so he couldn't watch the reaction on Sunday, and had to wait until today to watch it. Oh, Matt's heading to the bar. Well, thanks for stopping by before the bar. Hope you have a spooky time. Hope it's a Halloween theme situation. Bob's oiling himself up. Yeah. I believe it. I believe that. I believe it. Nikki's gonna play some solo Faz since she's off tomorrow but won't get to play because she's got to study like a good little school lady person. Template. We're still calling Tempest template, huh? You sure it's oil? He said mystery fluid. Vengeance on it. Vengeance on it. Vengeance on it. Kale for the win. Tempest can have kale. I am very curious about the Faz update. School lady. I'm very curious about the Dress to Impress update. Man, we have not played Dress to Impress in so long. I don't know if Jelly Bean has been playing it on her off hours, but I have not played it since the last time we played on a Friday, which had to have been like very early October or September. Oh, Pat, thank you. Thank you. Hi, Pat. But I'm very curious about the Halloween update for Dress to Impress. And yeah, it's been a while since we played Faz too. We got way too into Devour. I mean, and I'm not even mad because Devour is just like, it's so good. It's too good. If y'all aren't catching the Friday streams with me and Jellybean and often Nikki playing spooky horror games, you're missing out. You're missing out. It's so fun. It's so good. You got on the other day for a few minutes to check out the Halloween update, Jellybean? That's it? Was it good? Did you like it? Wiley's in the house. Wiley is here. Done with building. If you don't notice, some of y'all, Rose's got a new bed. We got a new bed in the house. We got a new bed for the stream. It's a little tombstone dog bed. It's so cute. It says R.I.P. on it. I will be posting a little mini haul, which includes that little bed, to YouTube, like, soon, very soon, because I was editing it yesterday before stream. I'm not completely done with it yet, but, I mean, it's a very short, sweet, tiny little itty-bitty baby haul of some spooky items we got, which is these guys, who were supposed to be in the background for the Ren video, and I forgot. I bought them the day before I filmed, and they were just sitting on the floor. And after I filmed, got done, I was like, oh, damn it. I was supposed to put them in the background. They probably won't stay there, but they'll be there for the rest of October at least. The new friends. New spooky buddies. My children, my pumpkin children. I have 3 new pumpkin children. So I'm going for a walk. Want to come? Just kidding. I'm taking you no matter what. I do love a walk. I have to, I get out of my apartment every single day because these damn dogs. They are my walk excuse. My excuse to do a walk. Did you release a preview of the haul already? No. I mean, it's definitely going to go on Patreon first. It'll probably go on YouTube, like, I don't know, a Friday. Maybe, like, the first Friday. No, not the first Friday of November, but maybe the second Friday of November. Just for content purposes. But it'll definitely go on Patreon, like, within the next few days. Funny Tempest, I'm talking you all for a ride. For a drive. Oh, taking you all for a drive. Oh, Wiley's helping rebuild homes for the next 2 weeks. Volunteer work. That's so cool. Love that for you. Tempest. Oh, yeah. Sarah's taking us all for a ride. John Combs. Interesting that the algorithm brought me here. Elvira in the back, Southern accent, and tarot. I have to check it out for a minute. Do I have a Southern accent? I mean, it would make sense. I don't hear it. But being from, Kentucky, born in Ohio, grew up in Kentucky, that would make sense. But thanks for stopping by. Thanks for hanging out. We love that. We appreciate that. We appreciate you. Elvira says hello. Harrison, I don't want to ride. Did you have a little? Thank you. Thanks. I'll take that as a compliment. Sometimes I get real into it. I'll get real twangy just for fun, but that's not, that's not me. That's not authentically me. I thought you was from Canada. No, bro. No. But I do love Canada. I had a weird obsession with Canada in high school. I had a Canadian flag hanging over my bed. Why? I don't know. A boot? I don't know what that was about. You have a Southern Ohio, Northern Kentucky accent to me. Yeah. That is an accurate depiction of my accent. Oh, Harrison's just joking, just joshing. If you do, I don't hear it, Nikki. Nikki's in Canada. Yeah. I do Southern pretty well for someone who is allergic to the South Tempest. It was the y'all. Yeah, I do love a y'all. That's definitely the part of my verbal dictionary that will remain with me forever, no matter where I go, is a y'all. Is a y'all and a good times, great country, B105. Those two things, they will never leave my heart, my soul. Southern Midwestern. It's a nice big red maple leaf. Yeah. My decor was interesting back in that day. Back in my teen day. I'm offensively Californian. And I also say y'all offensively. That's what it was. It was Nikki, not you. Yeah. I think y'all is definitely a Kentucky thing in rural Ohio. Yeah, I mean, where I was from, or at least where I grew up, they had one of those big, water towers. And it literally said, what did it say? It said y'all on it, but I'm trying to think of what it actually said. I think it said, what was it? Oh, it wasn't like, hey, y'all. It was y'all something. I can't think of it. Southern Midwestern is a good description. Florence, y'all. Thank you, Jellybean. Because there's a town called Florence, and they had their water tower said, Florence, y'all. It's like, okay. Why? But also, yes. Degrassi. I have not seen Degrassi, so don't ask me. But I know Drake was in it, right? And he was in a wheelchair or something. I don't know. That's all I know. That's all I have. Degrassi was the reason I was obsessed with Canada. I don't know what the reason for my obsession with Canada came from. I think I was just like, my childhood was so awful and scary and dangerous and abusive that, like, I heard Canada people were super nice, and I guess I just became, like, obsessed with, like, leaving it all behind and going to where the nice people were, even though, of course, I know better now, but, back then I was like, that's where the nice people are, and I want to go to them. I want to go to there. I've got the Northern Midwestern. My y'all growing up was yous guys. Yuns. Tempest, I wish I felt up to taking you down to the river, but I'm not, so I'm not going to. Jellybean, my obsession like that was France. I mean, you're France, I'm Canada, let's meet in the middle with the French Canadian. I mean, the French would have worked either way. I hope Drake's not ripping off Ren's wheelchairs. I think, I mean, if we're talking timeline of it all, Ren would have ripped off Drake's wheelchair. John, I'm learning things. I'm pretty happy. I'm glad. I'm so glad. I'm so glad. Yeah, these after party streams are always just like all over the place. Just all over the place. You know, we talk a little bit about the stream or the reaction, and then, but most of the time it's just a bunch of random stuff. Sometimes it turns into a therapy session for me, which can be very cringy for everyone, but I need it at times, and I appreciate it. Oh, we're gonna go sit by the pond with Tempest. That sounds nice. That sounds nice. Jellybean, that sounds lovely. It does. It sounds great. I love that for us. That sounds wonderful. Hey, Bad Wolf. Hi. The drive is over now. Get out of my car. All right, Sarah, damn. What we got over there? We got, you see, my dogs have created a pillow hammock situation, and this has become the good spot in the room, for sure. I don't know if you can see her way back there. This is her right here. There's like this long pillow that they've turned into like one of those air, you know, those air hammock things that you can just, it's so funny that you have to like scoop all the air up and then you can like lay on them. I mean, they've basically created that. They got their little pumpkin buddies with them. I swear it's become either the RIP bed or the pillow hammock situation. Those are the preferred chill spots now. Just so funny. Yeah, the VIP spot. Straight Jacket Ren can cuddle me any day. I was surprised that Straight Jacket Ren didn't do it for me. I don't know what it was. I mean, it didn't not do it, but it didn't do it. It didn't do it like Mime Ren did it. Mime Ren, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I don't have an answer for that. My first mime crush, I have met Doug Jones, who is a mime, and also like the Silver Surfer and the lead gentleman on Buffy, and just an all-around, Billy from Hocus Pocus. He's just an all-around fantastic person. He's a mime. I'm like, that's the only mime I've ever met, really. But Ren as a mime? Yeah, that's doing it. That's doing it for me. She needs all the pillows. Yep. Yes. Oh, we got a little head sticking out. We got a little head sticking out. Oh, the baby. That's the one who shat all over my bedroom floor at 5:30 in the morning. If she wasn't so cute, oh boy. Enjoyed your reaction. Thanks, Callie. I saw a little birdie in a fishy, and also we're at the pond now. Yes, Tempest, yes. Glasses Ren. Glasses Ren was doing it too. I was like, yeah. He should rock some glasses more often. I was digging it. I was digging the Exorcist Ren. Was it Ren who was the zombie too? I'm surprised Ren wasn't the hatchet murderer in the beginning. I was kind of bummed about that. Not gonna lie. Gotta go check your channel. Thanks for the friendliness. Thanks for stopping by, John. Oh, Glasses Run we could talk about books. Oh yeah. We could study. We could study each other for sure. Yeah, Ren was a zombie. I thought so. That's why I was like, it's gonna be a zombie day for me. Because I was like, there's a zombie. I'm pretty sure that was Ren as a zombie. I feel like they should have done more with the zombie Ren too. More up close, more like in the camera. But, you know, I'm glad we got the little that we did of Ren the zombie. But I needed more. Because I feel like that would have got me real good, too. But all we got was him, like, laying and then a little bit of, you know, sauntering. But that's it. That's all we got. Just say I just published an erotica novella. Yes, Tempest. Period. Glasses Ren makes a comeback in another video. Okay. Love that. Love that for me. Love that for us. Love that for the world. I need more spooky Ren, though. Like, I need more. I need more Halloween Ren. I need more. Give me more, please. Give me all the spooky, please. Pretty, please, please. Because that's what I like. I mean, I like all Ren, but yeah, I need more spooky Ren in my life. Like, if I was to ever meet Ren, if I magically somehow got to interview that man, and I managed to, like, pull myself together and be coherent and not a puddle, I would be like, when are we getting more horror? When are we getting more spooky? When are we getting more Halloween? Will you please do more for me? Pretty please. Pretty please. Unfortunately, Gladys Ren only seems to be reading the Bible. Oh. Puddles. Dear Ren, we need you to be creepy more often. Love your fans. Yes. I mean, he does creepy well, like, but I need the spooky ooky, you know? I need the spooky ooky kind of creepy. Not just like I'm in a, you know, rundown building in a wheelchair in a hospital gown, which, you know, but I need some like ghosties and monsters and Halloween stuff and, you know, Children of the Moon, but make it more often. Like, dress up as Freddy, dress up as, I don't know, all the icons of horror. Like, give me that. I want that. Nip over to Canadian Landshire and knock on his door and interview him. If only. If only. Hello from the sleeper cab of a semi somewhere in Georgia. Hey, Eric? Eric with an H? Hi. Hey, what's it like driving a semi around, bro? Like, sometimes I'm not gonna lie to y'all, like, I go back and forth lately. Like, one day I'm like fine, and then the next day I am spiraling out and like freaking out about life and whatnot and how expensive it is to live in LA. My God, save me. And I think about buying like a converted van. Or a converted school bus, a mini school bus, like a small school bus, and just, you know, driving it around. So I romanticize that, like, living in a vehicle down by the river. No. Living in a vehicle, driving around, you know, No one can evict you from your home because you don't have the monies. Because you own it. Because you own your home, which has wheels. Yeah. But then I remember all the cool stuff I have, and I'm like, I can't fit all my cool stuff in a mini school bus. Boo. Boo. This man is too pretty. That's why I have a crush on Josh. See, I haven't seen Josh yet. I know of Josh. I don't know too much about Josh, but I hear people have crushes on Josh. Animal Flow acoustic has some creepy vibes. If you're going to Canada, I'm on your way north and I have a passport. Ayo. Wheels. Harrison, that's what I'm saving up for, a camper van. See, Jellybean knows this, but like, it's like, I feel like I have like trauma when it comes to like my childhood, because there were times, you know, there were living in vehicle times and living in trailer times, well, a good chunk of it, and then also living in an Airstreamer times, and it was just so bad that sometimes I associate that kind of life with what I could potentially have if I like did purchase like a converted van and tried to, you know, live that van life. But and then I'm like, and you know what? I'm like, I can't be a streamer in a van, y'all. Like, I can't fit this damn computer in a van. My van will not be able to power a stream. So I'm like, I can't do that. Like, how do I stream from a van? Gotta watch the behind the scenes videos for Josh usually. What's wrong with Hayes? I don't know. She spent this morning having diarrhea all over my bedroom floor, directly in front of my bedroom fan, so that my room smelled like diarrhea for several hours. As I was making my bed, I somehow butt entered your live chat. On a humorous note, it's funny how the way renegades gush over Ren, myself included, I'm completely straight, I totally gush on him. The amount of straight men in their feels over Ren is like powerful. It's powerful, and I'm here for it, not gonna lie. Of course it takes Ren, just such a sweet, beautiful soul that connects people on so many powerful levels, you know, to knock around the toxic masculinity of it all, so that straight grown-ass men can be like, no, I get it. And like, that's so powerful. That's huge. Like, man, he is breaking barriers everywhere he goes, everything he does, I swear. Jellybean, I love that your butt brought you here. Oh. Indecisive, I guess. She's all out of whack today. She really is. Who's calling me? Don't call me. I don't answer the phone. I'm on the young side of a millennial. We don't like answering the phone. I don't gush over him, but I can see why others do. Okay, Benjamin. Just kidding. I'm a lesbian. I'm obsessed with Ren. Okay, Callie. See? Exactly. I mean, I'm lucky because I'm bi, so I'll take all y'all. I'll take any money at any time for any reason. If Ren wants to get into a dress, I'm down. Like, to be honest, like, I have sworn men off, bro. But Ren, he's like, we're gonna have that door gonna be cracked open a little bit. Just a little bit. I'm a gay man, and I think Ren and I would be way too much chaos together. That's why I have a crush on Josh. He's more chill. Tempest, that's so funny. Yes, Eric. Okay, cool. I'm like, Eric. Driving a semi is great once you get over the intimidation factor of driving a giant truck, right? I mean, just looking at school buses, like a regular school bus, I'm like, ain't no way. Ain't no way. I could manage a short bus, I think. I think I could manage a short bus. Plus, you have to worry about, like, where you're parking all the time, you know? It's like, oh, you can't really park a school bus just, like, casually, willy-nilly on a street somewhere. But maybe a minibus. A semi, again, same issue. That's why y'all are always, like, on the side of a highway taking naps, because you ain't got no place to park. Except for designated semi-parking spots or the side of a damn highway. And that is intimidating, I will say. Plus, I feel like traveling alone as a woman is a whole thing too, which I don't even like to, like, throw that into the mix of reasons to not do something, but it's there. There's something more safe feeling about being, like, in a brick and mortar apartment somewhere versus, like, just having, you know, car windows between you and the outside world at, you know, any part of the night. That's just a little more terrifying, you know. I will say my apartment kind of terrifies me a little bit because, you know, I'm on the first floor in LA, so they're like, we're gonna put bars in all the windows. So I'm like, it's like, if a fire happened, like, I don't know if I'm making it out. Like, my back door, like, gets stuck if I, like, lock it. It'll lock myself in. Like, I will burn to death if a fire comes here. But maybe, you know, if I'm on the road, I don't know. I mean, I'll die either way, I guess. Not me talking about all the ways I'm afraid to die on the Afterparty stream. Mosquito o'clock is one of the worst times ever. Yeah, that's another thing. Bugs, bro, bugs. Weather, like, van life. Those people have to chase spring and fall everywhere they go. Like, I can't just park my van somewhere in LA during the summer and it be like 98 degrees. Like, Ren would look amazing in a dress. Also, I believe there are pictures of that somewhere. Period. Gimme. I'd let Ren stroke the back of my neck. Okay, Harrison, that is very specific, babe. I gave up on men and women years ago, accepted my fate, that I was better alone. Then Phil showed up. I love that for you, Nikki. I mean, that's when it happens, right? When you stop looking for it, that's when your person shows up. I think I've spent too long with a person. Like, I have been with a person since I was, like, in middle school. Like, having, like, long relationships from person to person. Long monogamous relationships until my freaking 30s. So I'm just like, at this point, I'm like, I need to be alone for a long time because I have not been alone since I was a literal child. I am done living my life on someone else's opinion or perspective or preference. Like, can't do it. Cannot do it. Mm-mm-mm. And I feel like it's also reminded me that, like, I don't know what I want because I've floated through life, you know, dictating everything about me and my life based on someone else's, you know, reasons and wants and needs, and, like, can't do it. Cannot do it. Done. Dunzo. Ooh, who's Phil? He was fine back in the day. Now he's older, but still. Chill. I don't know him. Phil, my partner, and baby daddy, 15 years together in December. Okay, here's the thing about men. It's about knowing how to filter the ones who have attained or been raised with emotional intelligence. Right. Yeah, I agree. But that's a difficult, that's a game playing with fire. So, for me, it's like you're gonna have to prove. I feel like you're gonna have to prove yourself not awful, and for a long time, because a lot of men have the ability to like con man themselves into relationships based on piles of lies. And like, nobody got time for that, bro. Like, just be yourself. Just be who you authentically are, and find the person that is like into that, and there you have it. Like, do not con your way into people's bodies or lives. Like, just please don't do that. Women, don't do that either. Like, nobody do that. People, they thems, human beings, don't do that. I know society wants us to do that, but don't do that. Like, society's like, no, it's totally fine if you're like, you just say whatever they want to hear so you can get in there. But don't, no. No. Like, if you're out of your mind, awful, then find your out of the mind, awful partner that can match your energies, okay? But don't hide that. Don't hide that from me and then whip it out 10 years down the road. Don't do it. I'm not here for it. Josh was so patient today. This is also why I have a crush. The patience. Nikki doesn't know who Josh is. Josh is just the cook. Where in LA? Approx. No stalker details. I used to live on Olympic Boulevard and in North Hollywood on Vineland. I'm around Hollywood. I'm around Hollywood. Hollywood arounds. In the actual LA of it all. I used to live on the outskirts, like East LA. That's where I had a house and we sold it, and now I moved closer to all the action, because I've lived in LA for like over 5 years, but on the outskirts of LA, so I didn't really get to experience LA that much because it was like a half hour, 45-minute drive to do anything, so I never wanted to do that. So I'm like, no, I'm gonna, after leaving my marriage, I'm like, I'm gonna actually plant myself in the gritty of LA so I can experience LA before I, don't have enough money to live here anymore. Like, I'm currently living off of my buying a house or selling my house savings, y'all. Like, it's stressful out here. It's stressful. Go be a patron. Go watch my videos that are monetized. Like, He's a friend and sometimes videographer. Josh was very patient today. Ooh, girl, no, you definitely stay single for a while. Yeah. Keep doing you. You got this. Aw, thanks, Silent Whisperer. Silent Whisperer is the Ren suggester. Silent Whisperer is the person who suggested I watch High Ren. Like, show them all the love. I'm staying single until I get my mental train wreck back on the tracks, but I need to find myself a super patient gay man who likes trans men, so basically I'll be single forever. I don't believe that. I think you're going to find exactly what you're looking for, exactly when you need it. Mark my words. But yes, whenever I give people advice to heal themselves, forget about looking for someone. Once you're ready, they will show up when you least expect it. Yeah. And shortly after, I tell them that they seem to find their person. Yeah. I remember seeing a cook in some Ren's videos. Yeah, I think that's how you do it. For me, it was like, I think the guy that I married was basically a rebound from the longest relationship I had started when I was a teenager. Like, highly don't recommend. Highly don't recommend being in a like 6.5-year relationship starting at 16 and then marrying the next person you date. I don't suggest it. No, 2 thumbs down. Hollywood adjacent. Yes. Hollywood adjacent. I'm not telling y'all where I live, but like, it's around Hollywood. I'm honest out the gate usually, but I'm in Iowa. If I show my real self here outside my house, these people have actual pitchforks. Oh, Pat. Oh, Pat, I'm so sorry. Speaking of Iowa, yeah, sometimes if I'm not searching the web for like a schoolie, a converted schoolie, I am looking at cheap old houses in like Iowa and like all these places, like, because that's the only place you can find a cheap old house is like, you know, places you don't want to live. And I'm just like, I could take my savings and buy like a rundown house in the middle of nowhere just so that like I have a home and no one could take it from me. And have to like just, you know, get a job where I get paid enough for like electricity and like, you know, taxes, and just live as a hermit, gremlin, goblin. And sometimes that sounds like a really good idea, and then I'm like, what am I gonna do in Iowa? What am I gonna do in like, I don't know, Louisiana? Like, what am I gonna do in these places? I don't know. I'm like, I could stream, maybe. I could stream from a rundown house somewhere. The dream is for me and Jellybean to like find, you know, a cheap old Victorian somewhere. But my dogs hate her and every other human that isn't me. So I have to wait until they die before we can be roommates. And man, they are kicking. They are lively, these dogs. I need to slow the PTSD a bit. It's going well, but it's a journey. Yeah. Relatable. Relatable, Tempest. Relatable. You was married? Technically, I am married. I'm not divorced yet. I don't know when I'm gonna get divorced. Right now, like, I was literally just, you know, trying to maintain, trying to get out of that house, trying to sell that house, try to find a place to live, try to start this career, and just try to get past like the initial shock of everything and like the survival mode of everything of like, okay, well now I don't have my person anymore and they're not going to help me financially anymore, and we are selling a house, so I don't have a place to live anymore. And so now I'm like at a point where, okay, I've figured those things out, but I don't know how to like maintain them for a long period of time. So I've just been kind of spiraling about that a lot, which is awful and it sucks. And so yeah, and you know, I don't talk to him very much. Like, we definitely grew apart, like, and other reasons. There are definitely other very specific reasons for the ending of things. I don't hate him or anything, but we don't chit chat very often because I needed to get out of that like routine of like counting on this person. So I had to like break that habit. But yeah, I mean, eventually we'll get to a point where I'm gonna be like, okay, it's time. I think he is under the impression that like, well, if she's not divorced me yet, like we could potentially get back together, but it's not gonna happen. It's not gonna happen. I'm not, you know, I'm not staying married to this person. I just have yet to divorce them. I have just yet to go through that process. So that'll be, you know, we'll have a party when that happens. We'll have a divorce party. I technically is married, but we don't talk about him. I mean, Tempest, we're the same person. I think he has a shirt that says just the cook or something like that. Oh, that's cute. Make it rain, friends. Eric, you got some sound advice? Silent Whisperer, shout out. Thanks for introducing her to Ren so we could meet her also. Period. Yes. Period. Jellybean, not recommended. Harrison, I never got married. She was abusive, so I got out after 12 years. Damn. Feel a lot better now I'm single. Yeah. Yeah, I feel a lot better now, too. Sans all the stress about financial, logistic, what is my life? What am I supposed to do with my life stuff? Like, if I'm not thinking about that stuff, I'm Great. Oh God, I almost got married. I almost married a rebound. So glad I snapped out of it. Pat, oh, we have those 100%. Love to have you swing through. I mean, my dream for like the longest time was literally to like find, a place, maybe Iowa, just some place like in the middle of nowhere, potentially a little bit nicer on the political side, but beggars can't be choosers, where like anyone I've ever loved, like who hasn't done me dirty, like would come, and it would just be like a compound of just like friends who all lived like in the same few houses in the same little area, and we just kind of like, it was like a community, a communal living thing. Like I think that would be so cool, just to like either buy a big thing of land somewhere and build a bunch of like tiny houses on it that we all live on, or all move into like the same neighborhood. I think that would just be so cool and fun and cute and demure and mindful. But capitalism and society and everything is so expensive now that it's like almost practically impossible to have you and your friends buy homes in a decent area and live with each other, live together, because none of y'all can live in my house with me, because my dogs will eat you. They'll eat you alive. Jellybean knows. Jellybean, I think we just have to force Hayes to love me. I've already won Rose over. Yeah. Yeah, Rose will forget you and then be mad at you again, but then you can get her back. But Hayes just hates people, man. I'm really hoping that as she gets older, she chills the fuck out. You just need to spend more time with Hayes. She lived with me for like over a month. Like she was around Hayes for like almost like 2 months, I feel like. And Hayes was not having it. Hayes wanted to bite her head off every chance she could get. Like, and it sucked. Like it was not a great living situation for Jellybean. It wasn't great for Hayes. It was like if Jellybean was around, Hayes had to be locked in a cage, or Jellybean had to be, locked in her room so Hayes could be out. It was just like sad. It was sad. And sometimes I think about having Hayes go live with her dad, my husband. But then it breaks my heart a little bit. But I will tell you, I got real close this morning. Like I almost fell asleep to the dream of him coming and picking her up. I mean, Jellybean says she was starting to warm up to her being there, but she still lunged at her. Like, she was still... I feel like Hayes was just biding her time, where she was like, oh, I figured out that if I don't freak out right away, I can be out more, but also, if she looks at me, I'm going to eat her. Phil's divorce from his marriage about 20 years ago just finalized a few months ago. They were in no rush to get it done. Yeah, I mean, same. I ain't waiting no 20 years. I'm gonna tell you that right now. No. He was married young. Ah, yes, the my life is falling apart spiral. Big mood, right? Tempest. A live divorce party. Oh, for sure, bro. Absolutely. Oh man, a Victorian, a lot of work, and everything is special order to fix. If you have the money and lifestyle and enjoy working on a house all the time, that is perfect. I know, I'm just such a hooer for the aesthetics. Like, I'm a hooer. Have you guys seen that show, Who's Afraid of a Cheap Old House? Because that show got me, bro. Like, that show was like doing something for me. Because it was like this couple comes in, helps you buy a house, an old house, and then they do, the renovating and the decorating. And I'm like, that could work for me. Like, I could buy a very cheap house, so cheap that I still have some small amount of money to actually put back into the house. Someone else will do it. And then I can just walk into a freshly done house, and it's on television for posterity. And that would be fine. But yeah. Because I'm not the person that would have the money after the fact, for sure, and lifestyle to work on a house all the time. But Victorians are so cute. They're so cutesy. I mean, I would probably like settle for like a house that just like had a lot of character. Like if it wasn't like specifically Victorian, but like it was kind of giving a little spice, a little flavor, a little something, like cool. Okay. Gotcha. Like Jellybean, I'm so down for a community compound, right? That would be perfect for us. It's like we would be right next to each other, but like Hayes could have her own house to control and be diva of until she died, of course. That poor dog. I'm just saying there's a large amount of desert up here north of Victorville. See, desert? I don't know about desert. It's so hot. Too hot. But I don't know. I mean, for 4th of July, we used to have to take the dogs, like, somewhere else. Like, I used to have to get an Airbnb outside of where I lived in LA because the fireworks were so bad, it sounded like a war zone. Like, not lying at all. Like, it was, my dogs would live under the couch for a week after 4th of July if we didn't leave town. And we went up to the desert once, and man, it was over 100 degrees, and it was just stark nothingness, and I was like, I don't think so. I don't think so. I don't think so. I want a tiny house or a short bus. Either is fine. Yeah. Yeah, I'm back in the chat. Sorry, guys. I'm just trying to catch up. Oh, gosh, she's starting a cult. I mean, the Ren cult. I mean, renegades. Let's get together. Let's figure something out. I always say, like, I always wanted to live in like a Stars Hollow. If you're a Gilmore Girl fan, you know it's like the small town where everybody knows each other and it's super pretty and cute all the time. They have like community events and they decorate for all the seasons, and like that's where I want to live. But I'm kind of surprised that like the Gilmore Girl fans haven't collectively come together and like built that place. Like literally, like why aren't we doing that? Why doesn't that happen? And now I'm like, renegades, why aren't we coming together and building a Ren society? Can we do that? Let's do it. Sounds so much better than city life. It's like, I don't mind city life, you know? Like, I like that there are people close enough around so that if I am being axe murdered, maybe someone might help me, versus, like, being in the middle of nowhere and, like, I gotta fend for myself and, like, a hospital is, like, an hour and a half drive away. Like, that's terrifying. So, like, I need, like, a happy medium, you know? I need a happy medium. We could seriously have a traveling bush between the houses. Right. You're describing my dream modern tribe-like living situation, but here I am stuck in basement apartments the last decade. I know, right? I was finally ready to buy our first home, and crap hit the fan with the housing market. Oof. Night, Eric. I'm gonna fall asleep, dream of a Ren neck rub. Peace. Plant that bush, Stella. Ah. Musical bush. Of course we get to the bush section of the chat. Why did I just picture a traveling bush on a Roomba navigating between homes in the neighborhood? Hey, the final boss. Roomba bush. The bush would be bouncing off the houses. I'll post castle house pics in the Discord later. I've heard people are like into the castle, but I feel like castle's too cold, right? It's too cold. Too cold. Too harsh. Too much stone. I don't know. Not warm enough, not inviting enough for me. Stella, thanks to you, and I'm now eating peanut butter, brownie, cashew, milk, ice cream. Jellybean, we just want to be witches in our Victorian house together. Exactly. Jellybean created us on The Sims, and we are living our best life, babe. I want my Sims life. That's what I want. That's the life I want. I'm not precisely a witch, but I am pagan. All right, Tempest. Now I have a bush riding a Roomba around in the garden, hitting things stuck in my head. Days did some house renovations. When you buy a cheap house, you must know what to look for so you don't buy a huge damage that might be hidden. Right. That's the other thing, is like that shit's terrifying to me too. Like that's why my whole thing was like, okay, but if someone who has the expertise comes in and is like, okay, this is fine, we're going to do this for you, it's going to cost you, you know, most of the money you have, but you'll have something left over. Fine. Okay, cool. Like, and put it on TV. That's fine. Like, great. That's probably the only way I'm getting an old house to ever look the way I want it to look, because I can't do that shit on my own. I just can't do it. Can't do it. I'd be happy with a nice log cabin by a stream with lots of trees and a nice view and no one within 100 miles of me. 100 miles, bro? Bunny. I can't be me. Can't be me. Cannot be me. Cannot be me. I need my people, at least. I don't need just randos, but I need my people. I need people I love and I care about and who love and care about me. Like, those people, they can be within the 100 miles. Let's all move to North Wales. I mean, government makes it difficult for people to share land. True. The government makes it difficult, period. The government just makes shit difficult for all of us. For all reasons, all the time. I mean, when the fact that the government can make it illegal for you to collect rainwater on your own property, off with their head. Boo, Sims. Yes, please shush Harrison and Harrison's Sim hate. The Sims ruined my life. Oh, we're gonna get the backstory. We're gonna get the Sims lore. We're gonna know why Harrison hates the Sims. Yes, Harrison, we're spooky. Boo, Sims. It's in the Discord and it has fireplaces. Okay, but just having fireplaces isn't necessarily making it warm and inviting. Okay, let's see this house. I mean, it's castle-esque. It's not a castle, so that works for me. Oh, it's got a safe. I mean, I've been following like cheap old houses on Instagram, and every time like a real cutesy one comes up, I'm like, and then I look in the comments and they're like, oh, yeah, but this area is trash, so that's why it's cheap. Or like something. They'll say something, and then I'm bummed. I've been metal building with a wood frame interior. Pilled? Man, I can't have wood inside. I'm not on the log cabin vibe. Like, that's just not my, it's not my thing. It's not my bag. Also, we need advice on getting a ghost out of your house. I know too much. Used to live a block south of a cemetery. I mean, I wouldn't mind living near a cemetery. I'm a spooky girl, so I don't even mind having ghosts in my house. Like, have you heard Ren speak Welsh? He's a whole ass high elf. Swear to God. I have not, but that sounds great. Yeah, it is cute. It is cute, Pat. And it's not even giving castle. It's giving, you know, cute old house that has castle features, which I approve. I approve. Barn demonium style. Jelly Bean, I would live in a cemetery and have ghostly roommates as long as they're nice. Yeah, we don't want mean ghosts. That's not cool. One of the ghosts groped my butt. It got less fun after that. Yeah. No. Not very cutesy, not very demure. We need nice ghosts who just want to be left alone. Have y'all watched Angel, which is like the spin-off show of Buffy the Vampire Slayer? Because Cordelia has a ghost in her apartment. Dennis. I'd be down with a Dennis. Dennis is cool. Ren sings Welsh in Seven Sins. I put Seven Sins on I think 2 polls now, and it just keeps losing. Oh, I am going to look at the poll, because I haven't looked at it in a while. We have 170 patron members. That's wild. 14 of y'all pay me, which is even more wild, and I appreciate it. I appreciate you. All right. I shot the sheriff. Red Suspenders is winning, bruh. Interesting. Interesting. Yes, Dennis. Dennis was a cool ghost. Yeah, you know, he's just a guy who's in love with Cordelia. I mean, the ghosts can love me as long as they aren't gross about it, you know? But he, like, when she was sick, he was there with tissues, and he would tuck her in, and he would warn her when evil things were in her apartment. I love Dennis. My Dennis has been moving things all day. All the mushy people pick the sad ones. Yeah, I mean, they all want me to cry. That's okay. I think we've only chosen one lyric video for you, and that was a very special circumstance. Yeah, uninvited. Have a napkin for the jewel for I Shot the Sheriff. Yeah, you know. I've learned my lesson. You know, we got the tissues. The tissues, you know, for drool or for tears are readily available because I've learned my lesson. Harrison, I stubbed my little toe on the door frame while listening to Seven Sins. I reckon it was it was worse than childbirth. Bruh. Oh, I'm surprised I haven't eaten more candy. Casually, just saying. Just saying. Little tiny toe go ow ow. Much more pain than giant head coming out of tiny hole. Childbirth's super easy, so I hear. Oh man. Oh man. Look at this cute little guy. Ghost cat. Love that. I was so excited when the spooky game last night had a black cat wearing devil horns, like a little headband with devil horns on it. It was so cute. Dang, you have twins, Harrison? Dang. Did you continuously stub your toe for 36 hours? Maybe that might be a little bit more accurate. So funny. Y'all so funny. One of each. Y'all are a hoot and a half. Y'all are a hoot and a half. What game? The game is Massacre at the Mirage. Which is available to watch on my Twitch channel, on my VOD. Here, I'll even link it if you guys want to watch it. I'll link it for you. How many more died in the game last night? I don't, you know, how many died? So many died. Because we had, who was the first? We had the guy, the peer, the gas station attendant, the hobo, who else? Brad. Let's just say everybody. Night Stella. I mean, pretty much every single person. A whole movie theater of people. It was so good, though. It was such a good game. The only thing that sucks for me is, like, I don't tend to play games again after I beat them. I mean, maybe, like, if it's been, like, a year plus, you know? Like, if I've had some time, I might go back and revisit something, but... So it kind of stinks that, you know, it was a one and done, one stream and done situation. I will probably go back and play The Sim on it, though, because it was really entertaining to play the snack bar attendant at the spooky, scary movie theater. That was fun. And it's got the additional, like, upgrades that you can purchase and all the little stuff you can collect. So I might do that some. Yeah, I completed the story mode. Yeah. It needed to be longer. This stuff needs to be longer. That was kind of a single playthrough game, not much replayability. The Sim is the exception. Yeah, agreed. Agreed. That's a bit lame, it's so quick. I agree. It was good. It was good. Like, it was good. They just needed more. They needed more. But I can't imagine creating a game and the, you know, the time and energy and skill that it takes. But then I'm like, some of these games though, like a Resident Evil, depending, you know, one of them for me was like a 1.5 stream and done. But most of them are, you know, a Dying Light. Like, Dying Light are so long. Like, I played Dying Light for like over a month. It was so long. Like, I need vast games that I can really like get into for a while. Or at least, you know, more than a day. More than one day. Hope you didn't pay a lot for it. No, it was like $10, which I would have rather paid like $3.99 or something for that, but it was brand spanking new. It came out the 28th. But I'm not mad. I ain't mad at it, especially for the sim. Like, at least there is something that will bring me back to it. Maybe they'll update. I don't know. Fingers crossed. Yeah, it was super short and no real choices to make. Just do the next thing. Yeah. There was like a comic booky, vibe to it. And like having to like click the mouse to get to the next like talking point was kind of interesting because I had the ability to kind of like pause myself knowing that like something was going to happen versus like not having control over the pace of something and then a jump scare happening, which I mean, I did enjoy that control, but also it can take away from the jump scare ability of it. What do you think is a reasonable dollar amount per hour of entertainment? I don't know. I mean, as an artist, like, who believes that artists should be paid and not, like, skimpily, like, I do think that these games deserve, money. Like, I do think they deserve, like, that game, though it wasn't long, like, the quality of it was really great. The art was really great. It was entertaining. The story was good. Like, I think them having it, I think it was like discounted from like 12 something, like $12.49, which is like a weird price. To me is cheap as it is for like a brand new game. I would have expected, at least 20. Like, it's especially in like the landscape of how much games can go for now. It's like you can get a game for $70. Like, there are games you're looking at like $3.99 to like actually $1.99 to like $80, like $79.99. Like, that's wild. So it's like, how do you decide what deserves to be at which end of that spectrum? Like, I mean, I wouldn't want to pay $80 for a game that takes me like 5 hours to beat it. Like, that game last night, I played the demo for like 15 minutes, and then I played the rest of the game for like a few hours, and then finished off doing the sim for probably maybe an hour or so, or more. I don't even know. Like, I wouldn't want to pay that much for that, but also like $12 discounted for $9.99. Like, that's, for my wallet, great. Fine, like, doable, understandable. But I mean, for the artist, for the time, the effort that went into it, like, cheap. Seems cheap. I still want to see Marissa play Stray Gods. I occasionally get the urge to plug in my old GameCube to replay Eternal Darkness, but then, hey squirrel. I'm sad about the Eye of the Tiger situation. So am I. Okay, so yesterday I was watching Jellybean stream for a little bit, and she has all those fun sounds and stuff that you can like use your channel points or bits or whatever to make the sounds come on the screen and the little videos come on the screen and stuff. So I was like looking into getting those for my channel, and I put a bunch on there, but didn't realize the difference between like the putting them through the extension versus the channel points versus the bits and all that. So I need to look into that. But I had Eye of the Tiger from Dean on Supernatural as one, like the one channel point option on there, and we played it so many times yesterday, and it was so fun and so entertaining. But then of course my ass forgot that, copyrighted song, so Twitch, muted my video, muted my VOD a lot. And then also, since it's on YouTube, it can't be monetized because copyrighted song. So then they give you the option to mute that, all those portions of the video. So that video now has like a bunch of silent sections in it because the song was in it. Plus, it doesn't even know how to really dictate where the song is. I think Twitch more so than YouTube. So on Twitch, there's parts where like Eye of the Tiger still plays, but then other parts where I'm muted, but Eye of the Tiger isn't playing. Like, it's a mess. So I don't think we're going to have Eye of the Tiger anymore. I think whatever sounds I put up won't be like song sounds so that I don't get flagged or muted or demonetized. Because I can't. But it was fun. It was fun for that day, for yesterday. It was a real good time. It was a good time. Harrison's clueless. He's like, I don't understand what's happening right now. I'm talking about broken bones. I think $12 was totally fair for the quality / length of that game. Play length can be artificially lengthened. Like Dark Souls, monsters are just hard to kill and take forever. Elden Ring. Yeah. Plus, I feel like they might do updates. Just like, Faz has updates and Dress to Impress has updates. And it's like these games that have different options in them so that you can play them, until you get bored. There's no like beating them. Can then be like have updates and have new stuff to bring you back into them, which I think is cool. I don't know if Massacre at the Mirage will do that. I hope it does because I enjoyed the game and I would be interested in seeing the clown kill some more people or go to a different place or, because it's like, it was an entertaining idea. Like, I feel like we haven't seen a lot of games like that where you're like different people at different places. Like, you're the gas station attendant guy at the gas station, and then you're the snack bar girl at the movie theater, and then you're the radio station DJ at the radio station. So it's like, that's really cool that, and you could walk in between. You could leave each venue and go to the other venues. I think that's really neat. Like, personally, I haven't seen a lot of games like that. I think it would be cool if they built up different, like, more businesses and kind of it still had like the same concept. I would play that. I will say I got a couple different games last night when I bought it, because I got these other games that were cheap. They were like $3.99. Because there is discounts going on now through November 4th. What did I get? I got Emily Wants to Play, and I got the follow-up, Emily Wants to Play 2. I got those the other day. And then last night I also got Panicore and Paragonasia. I don't know how to pronounce it, but which seem like some spooky, interesting games. I want to say, is Panicore a co-op? Where does it tell you if it's co-op or not? I can't remember. I think one of the games is at least single player, but it's possible the other one's a co-op. So I got a couple new games to play soon. I think maybe we'll play Emily Wants to Play tomorrow for Halloween. Because it's a spooky game, and I think it's similar to Lesia's Dollhouse. because when I was looking up Alessia's Dollhouse, which is my run around game, my chase around game, people were talking about, people were like, it's more games like Emily wants to play too. So, have you played Until Dawn? You played different characters in that, lots of jump scares too. I haven't played Until Dawn. I've heard of it. Some of my one of the reactors I really like, I've seen him. I haven't watched him play it, but I've seen that he has a video of him playing it. But I think he gave it up because he was too scared, which I feel like is so funny. I think I just haven't played it because I hadn't found it in store yet. Where is it? Until Dawn. Yeah, see, Until Dawn is $60. $60. Like, bruh. Like, I have it on my wish list. Like, that's something I need to wait for it to go on sale because, my God, one game for $60. And you know, the game might be worth it. I don't know. But like, damn. 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 Where am I at? As of streaming... No, nothing. Are there setups to capture vocals separately from gameplay or other? What is the upload process like if you would like to share? I'm not fully sure what you're asking exactly. I use a streaming software called XSplit, and it, you know, it records whatever screen I want it to. It records my mic. It records the desktop sound. So if I'm playing a game, it'll record me from my mic. It'll record the game sound from the desktop. And my XSplit also houses like the sounds. So like the Dean doing Eye of the Tiger plays through the desktop sound, which, you know, for YouTube claims, I have yet to see it, but YouTube claims that if you have a copyrighted song in your video, it'll let you mute that song, but not other sounds, not voices or other sounds that aren't part of the song. But it won't let me do that option because we played that so many times that it's like, it can't, like, its functionality can't comprehend doing it over and over, I guess. It can only do it like once. So I've yet to be able to try to do that with YouTube so far. I mean, it looked really cool when I saw another streamer play it, but I'm not sure I would pay $60 for it, right? I don't know. I mean, maybe I can put like a game fund up on like my Throne account or something where it's like people can, or maybe I could put games up on Throne, like, okay, I can put Until Dawn up there for, you know, the cost, and if someone wants to buy it for me to play, like, cool. If not that, then you might have to wait until it's on sale and I feel good enough to buy it. But I could consider doing something like that, adding Throne gifts that are in the gift store games that I could play. I'm packed for about 15. No good new reactions out there. I need a good laugh. How? Got a great funny story to share? A funny story to share? Put me on the spot, why don't you? Oh, great funny story. I don't know. Trying to think. Plus, it's like, I don't know your flavor of funny. Or a donation goal. Yeah, I don't really know how I don't know how donation goals work exactly, to be honest. That's why I said throne, just because it's easier for me. That's what I was curious about. I've only seen muted videos for copyright, which technically leads to less views. Right. Yeah. Yeah, apparently YouTube has some options. It's like you can either just take down the monetization of it so that the option isn't available for you, or you can mute the entire sound of the video and whatever's copyrighted, which is what I had to do. So if you look at my stream from yesterday on YouTube, there's going to be a lot of chunks of time where it's completely muted. Oops. But at least, for most of the time, I'm singing along to it, so you're not missing anything. Oh. Funny story. Funny story. I mean, someone had mentioned brownies on here the other day, and I guess I could tell my brownie story, which I think some people think is funny, but trauma. So someone mentioned, magic brownies. I've only had brownies one time my entire life, and I've been Stony Baloney for years. I'm not currently Stony Baloney because I was using it a little too much for too long to offset, therapy. But there was a period of time, like my friend, one of my best friends, very Stony Baloney, way more Stony Baloney than me ever could ever be. And she was in town and she was about to leave. I think she was like moving away. And me, and my ex decided we were going to do brownies. First time for me and him, not the first time for her. And we like went, and this was also schmiglegal because I was not in LA at the time. I was in KY at the time, and it was not on the up and up. So, you didn't hear that from me, obviously. And we got some, and somebody messed up the math, y'all. I don't know who it was. It wasn't me, because I wasn't figuring that shit out. Between the two of them, they messed up the math. The math was not mathing properly. and we ended up doing like so much more than you're supposed to add to the brownies. So much more, like too much more, like 1,000% more than you're supposed to add to the brownies. And like I ate one. We all ate one. And they take so long to hit you. And I remember like maybe like a half hour, like 45 minutes later, my friend, she was like, I'm gonna have another one because it's not, she was like, my tolerance is just too high. Like I need more. And she was like, do you want another one? And I was like, maybe. And I think my ex was like, no, maybe hold off, which is smart. That was smart. And then we started feeling it. I was like, oh, shit. And then I remember someone telling me at some point where it's like, you just got to like ride that wave. But if you start to go south, then it will go south. So like, don't start thinking darkly. Don't start thinking negatively, because you can turn that trip right around really fast. And at first I remember just like, I don't know, feeling kind of like thirsty and just like zoning out a bit. And then my ex started to talk about like time and space, like just way out there shit. And I was like, okay, so we're feeling it. It's definitely happening at this point. And I think my friend who had taken 2 was just like, fine. Like not even feeling it. And mind you, this was her last night where we lived. And she was like leaving the next day. And I start to panic. I start to panic and my heart starts beating so fast, like faster than it's ever beat in my entire life. And I'm literally having my very first panic attack, basically. That's what happened. I had my first panic attack of my entire life. And I like go upstairs to my bedroom and it's like dark. And I had like this light under my bed. So like there's just like a light under the bed. That's the only light in the entire room. And I like sit down on the side of the bed, but on the floor with like my back up against the bed. And I'm just like, can I just have some water? Can someone just give me some water? And like, I don't know if she did or he did, but like someone got me a glass of like ice water and I'm just like holding it and like rocking. And I don't even remember feeling like anything fun. Like I just remember like my heart was just racing so fast and I was just it was just a panic mode. Like I didn't remember like hallucinating or anything fun. I was sitting there, but like my ex at the time while I was sitting there, like in the dark with my ice water, he was making figure eights. Like I had like a bunch of like clothes on the floor and he was just pacing. He was just pacing and making figure eights in the bedroom and like just spouting nonsensical stuff that I was like, I couldn't even pay attention to because I was just like, I am dying, sir. I am dying. I'm going to die. This is how I'm going to die. I'm like halfway dead at this point. And my friend, again, fine. And at this point, she was getting annoyed. She was annoyed. She was like, this is not how I'm going to spend my last night in town. I'm sorry. It's not going to. And she was trying to convince me to like go back downstairs in the light and like try to lighten it up and like have fun and be like fun with her. And I was just like, dude, I'm dying. Like I can't do anything else but die, lady. Like this is what's happening for me right now. Like this is my journey. This is what the brownies want for me is death. And somehow I think I was like laying in bed at that point and just like trying to just die. I was like covering, and I remember like her climbing into bed and just like looking at me like, hey, I really need you to get out of bed. This isn't good. Like you need to get up and like come back downstairs. Didn't you have chill music and sofa? No. I mean, we were not prepared. I started off on sofa but managed to crawl upstairs and have a panic attack on the floor. And I managed to like get out of the bed and I went back downstairs and I was sitting on the couch, all lights all on. And my ex is like so paranoid. He's gotten to the point where he's so paranoid. And at the time he worked at a hospital and he was like convinced that he was going to lose his job. Like somehow like someone was going to come to the house and like see him being stony baloney and he was going to lose his job. And we were going to lose our house. Like he was like spiraling into paranoia, convinced that he was going to get caught, like just pacing around the house, dead set that his life was about to end. Like I'm thinking I'm going to physically die. And he's thinking his life is going to end in reality. Imagine if you had the second one, right? I would have actually died, bro. And I was like, I need to talk to my mom. I need to call my mom. I need to call my mom. Like, I was like, I need my mommy. And I think I ended up calling my mom, and she was working at the oldest bar in town at the time. And I was like, can you get off? Can you come here? Can you get off work? And can you come here? She's like, no, I can't get off work. Like, just sit down and just relax and try to calm down. Like, it's not forever. It's temporary. Like, it'll be okay. You'll be fine. And if you're still freaking out by the time, I'm off work, like, I'll come over. Like, and then my friend was like, she like came in and she's like, hey, I called someone and they're going to come pick me up because like, this ain't it. Like, this ain't it for me. Like, I don't want to spend my last night in town babysitting you two while you have like terrible, terrible trips that just aren't fun for me. And so then, like, I don't even know how much time passed, but like this stranger shows up in my house. And it's the person that she called to like take her to leave. But I was just like, why is this stranger in my house? Like, I don't want a stranger in my house while I'm tripping balls. Like, this is such a bad move. Like, and she went in and she took like 2/3 of the brownies. She just like packaged them up and was like, all right, deuces. I'm out of here. And she left us. She left us. She left us to manage the rest of our horrific trip by ourselves. And I remember like turning some of the lights off and I was watching like, what was it? Full House. That was the last time I saw an episode of Full House. And I think my ex at the time like passed out. Like he fell asleep. And then I started to actually hallucinate. That's when like the floor was like getting wavy. And I wasn't panicking as much anymore. I was just kind of like experiencing what my eyeballs were seeing and watching Full House, and it just felt weird and it just felt off. And then slowly but surely I just chilled out. And I remember my mom called and she was like, do you want me to come over? And I was like, no, I'm fine. I'm fine. It's fine. But I think my ex, I think he was like still stony baloney like when he woke up the next day. Like I think it was like still going for us several hours later. Like it was a horror show. It was a horror show. And to be honest, like every time Schmedibles are in this system, it doesn't go well. It doesn't go well because when I moved to San Diego, and that was my first experience in a dispensary, I got some Schmedibles. They were like Cannaba Toast Crunch, and it was like legitimate like Cinnamon Toast Crunch, but it was Schmedible. Cinnamon Toast Crunch. And those things, dangerous because you don't know how many to eat, and you'll eat too many because you'll just think it's Cinnamon Toast Crunch. And that's what I did. And I was literally buzzing. Like my body was vibrating for hours. Like I couldn't go to sleep. I couldn't sleep. And I could feel every single part of my body that was touching something else. Like I was laying down and I felt every single inch of my body, like specifically in it touching anything else. And it was the first time that I felt like I could literally, like I felt what my wrist felt like. Like I just felt like I could feel my elbow. Like I could feel every single square inch, centimeter, millimeter of my body. And it was just so upsetting, so awful. I don't do Schmedibles. I don't do it. I like to smoke. Zamoke. My code words, they're falling apart. Smape. I just smape because you can control your high. Like you schmape a little bit and then you're stony baloney for a little bit and then it goes away and it's fine. And for me, it was never like a hallucination thing when I smape it. It's just like a body feel sensational thing. And that's how I prefer it. So, story time. Let me check back to this. Tony Pizza! I'm so torn between Murderer and Shot the Sheriff. And if it's Murderer or Double Feature, they're all so good. It is going to be Murderer Double Feature. Because I didn't realize there was an acoustic one until someone told me during a stream. And I will do it. I will do the acoustic one too. Tony Pizza! I went with Murderer, but it was a hard choice. I also voted Murderer, if you guys were wondering. Just because of what I keep hearing. I've never tried edibles, and I don't think I ever will. I don't recommend it. I don't. I really don't. Either that or just do the tiniest possible bit you possibly can. Panic attacks never come at the right moment. Imagine if you had the second one. I always think about if I had had that second one, bro. Like, I'm not gonna lie. Tempest is watching on the laptop, but chatting on the phone. That's hilarious. Sweet friends always make things easier. Yeah. If only they were sweet enough to stick around and take care of me. I tried watching Kill Bill Volume 2 the first time, getting stony baloney. Did not compute. Ended up watching Repo Man instead. He was like, go to the ER. I was like, oh no, I'm not doing that. And one of my buddies told me to drink milk, so I drove to the Speedway in a snowstorm to get a strawberry quick. There was a lot of ER talk, for sure, because I thought I was dying. But I was just like, nope, I'm not going to be one of those embarrassing assholes who just is too stony baloney and goes to the hospital and gets made fun of. It's not going to be me. It's not going to be me. What's going on, neighbors? Milk does help. Does milk help? I did not know. I got a sample bag of gummy bears in Denver once, driving through the mountains. I ate it. Yeah, nobody said Dose was a bear. I had to pull over. 0 out of 10, no fun. Yeah. Yeah, the gummies, the cereal, like, no. My cat is attacking a tissue box. Oh, I love kitty cats. It's nice when things get wavy. It would suck if actual horror happened while high. Wonder how I'd react. Ugh. Can you imagine? Can you imagine? I'm so glad you liked the story, Eric. I smoke green in a pipe very rarely, but dabs on that. Schmedibles ain't my thing. Dabs, you need a clearer schedule. Yeah, I don't mess with dabs either because I just know I it's not for me. I just know it. I have a dry herb schmape, and that's what I use. And I used it every single day, all day, for like 6 years. most of 6 years, and I had to. But then when I tried MD and MA, I didn't really need it anymore. And now I'll occasionally partake just for shits and gigs. Because it's something else when you're not depressed. It's a whole different experience when you're not depressed. It's a good time. I'm debating making Marissa cry next week versus just something fun like Murderer. You know, that's you know. That's the choice. That's the choice. That's the choice that we make. You know, I'm fine either way. I need to get a schmape because it does help contain seizures. Yeah, I mean, apparently, like, I'm pretty sure it was also, like, something that combated COVID, too. And I'm like, I'm pretty sure that's why I only got COVID, like, once. In the last, you know, that I know of, in the last 4 years. But, man, when I got COVID, that sucked. That sucked so bad. Because it changed my taste buds. It changed my taste buds. My diet completely changed. Like, I hated food. Like, I hated sugar, which is probably why I'm going so ham with the candy lately, because it's been very on the back burner for me for a long time. I hated sugar. It's like I could taste it granular. It tasted burnt. It was disgusting. That was a bad time for me. That was such a bad time for me. Like, I didn't eat anything sweet anymore. Like, a lot of the things I used to like to eat didn't taste good anymore. And I lost a lot of weight because, like, I wasn't eating that much, to be honest. I literally went, this needed a warning label. Oh, there's one. Have you guys seen that? There's a YouTube video of this guy who tells his story of eating, like, I think it was like 100 gram. He got, like, one of those Schmedible nerd ropes. Oh, you gotta look it up on YouTube. It's so funny. Like, he thought it was a regular nerd rope. Because, like, why would you assume A, that they make nerd ropes that are schmedibles, and B, because all the candy was like together with the schmedibles. Like it wasn't like separate. And so he didn't know. And so he like recounts his story. And there's also footage because people were like filming him being way too stony baloney. That's funny. That is funny. Let me look up Stray Gods on Stray Gods. Stray Gods Ultimate Setlist Bundle. Wow, this is soundtracks. I don't want the soundtracks. Shrooms are also good fun, but got to have the right setting and mindset. Yeah, I tried some of them's. I think, was it early on last year? My first experience was bad. My second experience was good. My third experience was so-so. And that's all she wrote. But I really enjoyed ShmemDMA. And it actually like really helped my depression and anxiety and trauma in ways that like nothing has. And I always highly recommend it to anyone who is able to do it carefully, safely. Because it changed my life. It changed my life. And it wasn't in like a party scenario. Like it was specifically used for the purpose of like helping my trauma and my depression. And I think I used it twice, maybe 3 times, maybe just twice. And it's not even like the experience that it gives you in the moment. It's more of the after effects. It's more of like it rewires your brain, bro. In ways that your brain cannot be rewired without it. And yeah, I highly recommend it. Anything natural like that, I'm down to try. Oh dear God, careful with the nerd ropes. 400 milligrams, eat only an inch. Yeah, he ate a whole nerd rope. That poor dude. Why? I can't. Stray Gods is not coming up on Steam. Where's it at? Valerian root for sleep, but it's certainly a flavor. I don't think I've ever heard of that. Valerian root can react differently for different people. I'm not finding Stray Gods. What platform is Stray Gods on? Because it's not on Steam. It's not on Xbox. Puppet House. It's not on Epic Game. Well, Stray Gods Orpheus. Stray Gods the role-playing musical. Soundtracks. Where's the game? I've been wanting to test out natural herbs like valerian root. I heard skullcap is also good for anxiety, etc., but it's maybe strong. Yeah, I can't remember exactly what flavor I took. My ex was growing them, My ex got super into plant medicines, which is why he now does sound meditation and goes on silent retreats. And, you know, I've found my voice more than I have ever in my entire life, and he has been a lot more quieter. So we went different ways. It's on Steam? Why is it not coming up when I search it? The heck? I need to mess with my preferences because it keeps hiding stuff from me. Why are we hiding things from me? Is it the Orpheus? Is it Stray Gods Orpheus? I mean, they have soundtracks for sure. I'm assuming it's the Orpheus one. Is an expansion. Where is the freaking base game? Why are you not wanting me to have the base game? What's that? What's that about? Is it the role-playing musical? I didn't see that being the thing. Gods, romance, murder, musical numbers. Is she $30? Damn. Have you done Chinchilla 1.5 yet? No. I haven't done any solo Chinchilla. I've only done chalk outlines. That's the only Chinchilla I've done. I haven't heard any of Chinchilla on my own. I know Chinchilla's tougher to get by, you know, past copyright too. Because of her record company and whatnots. Yeah, I tried to go back and edit the poll to put Murderer double feature with live version follow-up, but it wouldn't let me. It was like, nah, you have made your poll, now lie in it. I ate her. I ate her up. She's so cute. She's a cute little monster. She's a cute little monster. Digging over there. Do not dig on that blanket. You can dig on the pillow, but not on the blanket. Where are you going? It's so easy to eat you up, pup. one Chinchilla song on TikTok before I knew who she was. I think Jellybean told me that there's a song by her that I probably know because she's heard it a bunch. And she's like, I'm pretty sure you've had to have heard it. But I don't know. She didn't tell me what it was, and I'll just hear it when I get to it. I don't know if I actually heard it or not, but she thinks I have. She thinks I may have. Definitely need How to Be Me before going into solo. Chinny. Rose, time for your close-up, bro. Just watching Rose in the feed. Plop, plop. Where's Hayes going? Where you going, girl? You can do it. There you go. Rose, she's giving us a couple good shots tonight. I want to see Marissa do Sweet Little Lady. Is that Chinchilla? I assume? $1.5 is incredible. Oh, I didn't know she signed a deal. The entertainment industry is cannibalistic. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I heard her record companies gets on people. Gets on them. She was also on The Voice over here. I have seen the little... What is she doing out there? I've seen the thumbnail to her Voice performance. Like, I put it in my, watch later. But I haven't watched that either. Sweet Little Lady is the big push. Oh. I have gotten the Icarus suggested to me by the big push as well. I'm just like, I want Ren. Do I want Ren and Friends? I guess Ren and Friends is fine. But like Ren. Ren. She signed with Island Records, but mostly for marketing. She still has control over her creativity, but still giving issues on YouTube reactors. I think, yeah. That's what I hear. I haven't had the pleasure yet, but that's what I hear. Aww. Final boss. That's so sweet. Stray God stars Laura Bailey and Ashley Johnson, 2 members of Critical Role. Never saw any gameplay, so now you're 2/3 there. That's so sweet. Thanks so much. That's gotta be the most super, what do they call it? Super chats I've gotten. So, shout out. Shout out to you, Final Boss. Shout out to you. Making my day over here. Like. Why can't I like? That sucks. Can I heart? Oh, I can heart. I can heart it. Hayes is over there flopping around. Yeah, I need to put that rug like right here so you guys can see her flopping around. No, she stopped. Girl, don't stop now. You got an audience. You got an audience, tiny girl. Do your stuff. She's like, I refuse because I know that you can see me now. Critical Role, let's go. So many great Ren stuff left too. Sweet Little Lady is led by Ren, and oh my gourd. Okay. And she not gonna chill there. Yeah, I'm a fan of Icarus, especially the Behind the Push got that video. Ren says that people call him Gold Twat Face. What? Say what? There's so many more doors to open in the rabbit hole. Sam Tompkins, Big Push, Trick the Fox. Hayes and Rose are so cute from a distance. I mean, they're cute up close too, if you're me. No, not even then. I mean, they are. They're just monsters. They're just really cute monsters. Blind-Eyed with Sam Tompkins. There are at least 3 versions that are a must-see. Oh, I'm out here calling you Final Boss, and it's not. It's Hoss. So goes my reading comprehension skills, bruh. Hoss. Thank you, Hoss. Jeez. Really cute little gremlins. That they are. Earned It / Man's World with Sam. Angry Car Park Attendant version. I have heard about the Angry Car Park Attendant. I mean, not fully, but you guys have mentioned it in passing. Angry Car Parking Attendant owns. So I know when I watch that, I'm going to be like, okay, I get it now. I understand the comments. I understand the chat. I get it. They're cute. Don't lean your face in. My cat's the same way. Yeah. I mean, yep. Yep. Yeah, sometimes if my face is too close to Hayes, she'll be like, bitch, I will eat you alive. Rose is pretty safe. Rose is like a stereotypical dog. Like, she's a joy and she's cute, but sometimes she'll be like, oh, shaking like, oh, or if, she did something wrong, she'll like slouch around like, oh, I'm in trouble. Hayes don't give 2 fucks. She don't give a shit. She don't care. Just like, diarrheaing all over my bedroom floor. Like, then running around, barking joyously. She don't care. Like, I could be so mad at her and she does not care, bro. She's like, this is my world and you're living in it. But Rose is like, no, I've done something wrong. That's why I like to call them Garfield and Odie, because, like, Rose is very Odie. It's just very Odie dog. And Hayes is more like a cat. An annoyed cat who's a diva and hates Mondays and every day that ends with Y. What's your favorite scary movie? That's such a difficult question, to be honest. I mean, probably Bride of Chucky, just because I'm a hooer for the aesthetics of this movie. It's just so good. But I mean, I love all the iconic Halloween, Nightmare on Elm Street, Friday the 13th. I love Sleepaway Camp. I love Frankenhooker, even though I only watched it recently, but it deserves more love than it gets. But there's just too many boobies in it for it to get the love that it deserves, I guess. What scary movie messed you up the most? Technically, if we're going to be technical about it, is probably The Exorcist. Because as a child, I walked in on, you know, I think my mom's roommate watching The Exorcist. And I can't remember if it was like the hospital scene or the crab walk down the stairs scene. I'm not sure. One of the two. Maybe I walked in twice. I don't know. But The Exorcist got me as a kid for sure. Even though, like, I love it now for sure. But as a kid. But nothing ruined my life more than Tales from the Crypt as a child. The Crypt Keeper, I was terrified. Like, running out of the room, fingers in my ears, screaming every single time I saw him. Traumatized. Like, traumatized, to the point where, like, my family, it was a running joke for my family to, like, put it on and be like, oh, here comes the Crypt Keeper, he's gonna get you. Like, it destroyed my life. But then when I was 16, I watched, well, actually before I was 16, like, I liked watching the show, the Tales from the Crypt show. I just hated the Crypt Keeper. Like, I had to just, like, leave the room when he came on. But I liked watching the anthology series, like, the shows. And then when I turned 16, I finally sat down and watched it from beginning to end. And I fell in love with the Crypt Keeper. I loved him so much. It was very enemies to lovers of me. And then I even met the voice of Crypt Keeper, John Kaiser. I don't know how to pronounce the last name. And he was so sweet. And he recorded a voicemail for me. A voicemail message, outgoing voicemail message for me. Studio 666, but I'm a Foo Fighters fan. I have not seen that yet. I'll probably see it at some point. I enjoyed it in Cabin of the Woods because I'm a wimp with scary stuff. Cabin in the Woods? You enjoyed Cabin in the Woods because you're a wimp with scary stuff? Like, Cabin in the Woods, the shaving scene? I mean, body horror at its finest. See, I love horror movies. I love. I don't remember the name of it, but it had clowns in it. I saw as a kid, and I'm still not a fan of clowns to this day. Oh, you should definitely watch Cabin in the Woods, Eric. It's good. It's not a slasher. Killer Clowns from Outer Space. Skirt. 13 Ghosts. 13 Ghosts is so good. The Shining for an old classic. The Shining is good. The Shining is good. Yeah, it's definitely comedy horror. I love a good horror comedy. Those are always so fun. Oh, man. Am I getting the Cabin in the Woods confused? Are you talking about the Joss Whedon one or the other one? Or the Eli Roth one? What is the other one called? No, it's Cabin Fever. I'm thinking of Cabin Fever, which, if you haven't seen it, you should see it. But the Cabin in the Woods is good, too. I feel like Cabin in the Woods was built off of Joss Whedon doing the Initiative storyline in Buffy the Vampire Slayer on season 4, I think. It was like his continuation of that, of like a governmental agency collecting monsters in an underground situation. I always get those two confused because I always think Cabin Fever is called Cabin in the Woods for some reason. But if you haven't seen Cabin Fever, I suggest it. Especially for the shaving scene because it's just so good. I'm more of a comedy horror fan. Enjoyed Club Dread too. My level of wimp, The Sixth Sense, messed me up. I mean, there's some stuff in The Sixth Sense that is dramatic, so. The Exorcism of Emily Rose, bro. I feel like we've talked about that before. Because it's whatever, Jennifer Carpenter. Yeah, Jennifer Carpenter, she makes a face in that movie that people thought they like edited, but it's actually her face. It's just like queen shit right there. Body horror doesn't bother me. The clown doll from the Poltergeist messed me up too. Oh, Benjamin, I'm so sorry. And shout out, my video that's coming out Friday. There's a cameo. There's a cameo of the clown doll from Poltergeist. I'm so sorry. Warning. Content warning for you. You will see the clown. Oh, and there's also other clowns. There's a lot of clowns. Bunny. Benjamin. My video for Friday you might not like. I'm so sorry. It starts out with the clown house of Burbank. It's so many clowns. But it's not super long. And then there is a later cameo from the clown from Poltergeist. I'm so sorry. I do love telling my Poltergeist story. I know you guys have heard it, but the last time I watched Poltergeist, I was in a townhouse on the second floor. It was a 3-floor. It was like a basement, first floor, second floor. And I was watching it, and I paused to go to the bathroom to like walk out, and it was carpeted. And I walk out towards the bathroom in the hallway from this bedroom, and I start squish squashing, and there's water filling the carpet, and there's water coming out of the light fixtures. And I start walking down the stairs to look into the living room, and as I get like halfway down the stairs, the ceiling, which is what housed the bedroom I was just on, falls down. The entire drywall just falls onto the coffee table, and water just starts gushing out. Yeah. And then the firefighters came, and then we couldn't live there for a week. See, if I had watched The Exorcist in a cinema when I was not a child, I would have loved it. But I was a child. See, and I was a tough child too, because I loved horror as a child. Like, I think the first horror movie I ever saw was Child's Play. And I was so annoyed because, like, the adults were trying to tell me I couldn't watch it. Even though I was like, I'm gonna watch it anyway. It was very that. It was very like, and I loved, roller coasters, but they're like, you're not tall enough. You can't go. And I'm like, and even, I think we went and saw Jurassic Park in theaters, which Jurassic Park is a horror movie. Okay? Okay. No arguments. No arguing with that. And I was standing on the theater seats, jumping up and down, in love, obsessed. And my brother was cowering, screaming that he had a heart murmur. I have a heart murmur. I have a heart murmur. And I was like, you baby, this is great. So I have always been a horror baddie since like birth, bruh. Because it was very easy to escape in horror because like my life was also horror. Because if you know, you know. But like the trauma, I was just used to trauma. Trauma was just my baseline. So I loved horror movies for that. Army of Darkness is great. Yeah. Bunny, I might give that a miss. Come on. Come on, you gotta watch the rest of it though. Just skip the first part. And then watch the chunk in the middle. And then the Poltergeist doll is like towards the end. Okay? So there's a chunk in the middle that you should totally watch. It's a good video. Me and Jellybean go and do like some spooky stuff in Burbank. We go to the Mystic Museum, which has like all these different like horror movie photo op areas, and it was fun, interactive. And yeah, we checked out the Clown House of Burbank, and we went to a comic book store, a collectible store, and we went to a costume store, and was just, soaking in all the spooky horror stuff that we could, and it was a good day. It's a good video. I don't understand fear of clowns personally. I mean, I understand it, but like, it ain't me. Mine came from my sister making me watch some horror as a kid, like 5 or 6, that had killer clowns in it. But you should be able to get over it now. You should be over it now. Like, just like I'm over my thing with the Crypt Keeper now. You're an adult now. They aren't coming to get you. You know that, Benjamin. You're safe. It's okay. I cannot imagine to love horror movies and not being afraid of the dark. My childhood trauma came from an old Sherlock Holmes episode. Cabin fever shaving scene humbled me. Like, if you know, you know. I feel like that might have been like my first like real experience with like body horror, and I was just like, wow. The thought process somebody had to think that shit up and make that happen and make it look good. Whew. Whew. I need timestamps. Okay, maybe I can do that for you. I've not done any timestamps for my videos. I don't really know how to do timestamps for my videos, but maybe I'll figure that out. I owned an original Good Guy doll once. I want a Chucky. I want a Chucky so bad. When the video that I'm talking about that I'll post on Friday, they had a cutout like my Elvira, but they had one of Chucky and Tiffany. I wanted it. It was like 40 something bucks, and I was like, it was tempting me. It tempted me, but I was like, where am I gonna put it? I don't know where to put it. I can't fit it anywhere in here. Jurassic Park made me gay. Jeff Goldblum. Oh, sir. Goldberg. Goldberg. Jeff Goldberg. Oh. It's Goldblum. Jeff Goldberg is a different man. He's less attractive. Jeff Goldblum. Jeff Goldberg. I don't know if you got that. Jurassic Park made me gay. Quote of the day. The clown in the game yesterday was more like a jester, so it didn't bother me. That's true. He was giving jester vibes. That headdress was definitely giving jester vibes. It's still pretty bad. Hostel toe cutting. Man, hostels, I ain't really about that life. I ain't really about Hostel or Saul. I mean, Saul's okay, but like, people are really into Saul. And I'm just like, it's fine. It's cool. It's fine. It was like a thing when it came out. I know that, but life finds a way. It's easy. In the description, you put 235, just like that. It becomes a link. Oh, okay. All right, I'm heading off. Gotta get stuff ready for bed. Still gotta get up early to pack son's lunch. LOL. Night, Nikki. Jeff Goldblum, can life finds a way to my... Never mind. Aren't you kind of born gay, though? I knew my nephew was gay when he was like 4. Yeah, but it's about discovering it, right? It's about realizing it. And there are moments that make you realize it. Phil loved Saul. I had a hard time with it. Yeah, people help you find the way. Saul is just a gore fest. Yeah, I think that's what got me. It was just like, and I feel like Hostel's the same way. And I have never seen Human Centipede, and I won't ever watch it. Like, I feel like it's just gross for gross sake, and that's not my vibe. Like, I need a good story. I need, like, the content's got to be giving. It needs to be iconic. It doesn't get a pass just for being gross for gross sake. Like, I don't even know how many Hostels I've seen. Like, I know I've watched the first one, but, like, my brain kicked that shit out of my head. I don't really remember what happens in it. I know it's an Eli Roth, right? Not any Hostel, the movie. Yeah, Eli Roth. I like Eli Roth. I thought Eli Roth was cute. I thought he was cutesy. He was cutesy for a film director. Yeah, because he did Cabin Fever too. Like, Cabin Fever is the Eli Roth movie. It is not Hostel. And I haven't watched Thanksgiving. I need to watch Thanksgiving. I don't know if it's worth it, but I do. I think it's on my list. But I do love that. They made the movies from the fake previews from Grindhouse, though. I think that's iconic. Truly, it's just like, period. Like, put someone up against their demon, and if they conquer it, let them go. But Saul would kill people that actually succeeded. It wasn't a fair game, so it didn't make sense to me. Yeah, I mean, but I also feel like that's horror in itself too. Like, that can be like the horror of it is just like, he's just gonna kill you anyway. But I don't know. It's just like, the killer isn't iconic. Billy is iconic, the doll, the puppet. But the killer is not really iconic. He's just an old guy. He's just a dying old guy, like, who apparently never dies. Who eventually, potentially dies at some point, but... And it definitely was giving, like, Seven a bit, you know, with, like, the punishing sins kind of vibe. I don't know. It just didn't do it for me. I mean, I liked Blair Witch better than Saw, and Blair Witch doesn't even have any killing in it. I mean, it does, but you don't see much of anything. But it was just a better story. Better acted. I said it. I said what I said. I saw a small clue of Human Centipede, and nope. Yeah, just the concept of Human Centipede can just the right off. Like, nope. I used to be so into horror that I wanted to watch it all. Like, I wanted to watch everything. I wanted to just be able to say I've seen it all. I experienced it all. I was definitely like a horror snob, which is lame. Where I was like, I don't like sequels. I don't like remakes. They're lame. But now I'm like, give me more of the things I love. I don't care. I don't even care if they're bad. I don't care. Like that's when I would watch like Cannibal Holocaust and Ichi the Killer and, you know. I Spit on Your Grave, the original. But now I'm like, no. Last House on the Left. Like, I can't be doing the essay revenge horror movies anymore. That shit just hurts my soul. The Walrus crazy body horror. Yeah, I haven't seen The Walrus. Night, Eric. American Mary is decent. Is that with Mila Kunis? No, that's with what's her face? Catherine Isabel, who is stunning and awesome, and I feel like doesn't get enough due. Isn't she in Supernatural? I feel like she was in Supernatural. At least one episode. If not more than one episode. Oh yeah, she did Ginger Snaps. No, Ginger Snaps 2. Ginger Snaps, yeah. She is Ginger of Ginger Snaps. I haven't seen Ginger Snaps. It's on my list. I want to watch it really bad. Yeah. Candyman. Candyman's good. See, you'll see a freaking cameo from Candyman in the video for Friday. He's in there. Yeah, I would probably watch American Mary because Catherine Isabel is so good. I was thinking of American Psycho too. Is that the one? That's the one with like Mila Kunis. Yeah, I haven't seen American Psycho 2. We'll at least give the video a like just in support. Thank you. Thank you. I have not seen Six String Samurai. Yeah, I don't think I've heard of it either. Let me look it up. Vegas needs a new king. Oh, Rosie's having a dream. She dreaming. She dreaming. Alright, y'all. It's coming up on 7 o'clock over here. I think that'll about do it for me. I hope you guys enjoyed the reaction, the premiere. I had so much fun, like I always do. Can you hear her? I was trying to be quiet so you can hear a little. That's her fighting back in her nightmare. She's talking shit. She's talking mad shit. I will be streaming tomorrow, probably at 5:30. Probably to both Twitch and YouTube, because that's how I do now. We'll play some horror games and be spooky ooky for Halloweensies. And then, of course, Jellybean and I will be doing some games on Friday. I assume she's still down. I don't think she's in here anymore, but I assume she's still down for that. And yeah, I hope to see you guys on those streams. Oh yeah, you just now noticed my zombie clips. Oh yeah, I went all out. I went all out. Oh, that was a big one. But yeah, I love you all. I'll catch you on the next one. Bye.